The following is a presentation of March Madness. And we're back live at Assembly Hall on the campus of the University of Illinois in Champaign-Urbana as the boys Class A basketball third place game is about to be played between the Pioneers of Rock Island Alleman and the Cardinals of West Pike High School. Hello again, everyone. Joe Passion back with you. And so far, they're already getting excited. The house is beginning to fill here at Assembly Hall for the biggest night in the school year for high school boys basketball on the Class A level. And for these two teams that came on the downside of the semifinals, now they play for pride and the third and fourth place trophies. Let's take a look first at our visiting team here in this consolation game, and that will be the Pioneers of Rock Island Alleman and Coach Larry Schulte. This is a ball club that on the season has gone 19-12 going into this one. They want their 20th win now. Located on the banks of the Mississippi, Rock Island is an industrial community. The Pioneers were named after the pioneer priest who founded the school, Father Alleman. The Pioneers are making their first trip back to Champaign since losing the Class A title game in 1989 to Carlisle. Former USA Olympic wrestler and current Illini wrestling coach Mark Johnson is a graduate of Alleman. West Pike, of course, on the west side of the state of Illinois. Let's take a look down at our country company's town footage of West Pike. The towns of Kinderhook, New Canton, and Hall make up the West Pike School District, the smallest of the 8 schools playing this weekend with only 104 students. Western Pike County is the deer hunting capital of Illinois, and it was in 1993 when the floods along the Mississippi River wiped out the elementary school and many homes. This rich farming community has no stoplights or stop signs, and there may be no stopping the Cardinals this weekend in Champaign. So it'll be the Cardinals and the Pioneers playing for the third and fourth place trophies, and we'll be back to Assembly Hall here in Champaign for that consolation game of boys Class A basketball in Illinois right after this word from one of our network sponsors is Ford. It'll be the Pioneers against the Cardinals for the third and fourth place trophies of boys Class A basketball in Illinois. And to run down the preview for you, let's send it over to center court for our play-by-play announcer, Dick Ludke. Dick?
Hey, thank you very much, Joe. This is not the game that these two teams had hoped to play in this evening, but once the ball is tipped up, the competitive juices will start flowing. And when they do, Greg Sterick, we'll see some good ball players, including Charlie Manus, who had a great game in defeat earlier today for Rock Island Alleman.
Well, he's their leading scorer, average of 17 points per ball game. Had 29 big points in the game this afternoon, 12 of 19 field goals. 22 of his points came in the second half.
Kurt Mosley is the man of the day so far for West Pike. What a game he had in defeat against the U-High Pioneers, a state tourney record 8 threes, Greg.
Well, very solid point guard, a good penetrator, excellent outside shooter, had 25 points, and as you mentioned, Dick, had 8 three-pointers in the ball game this afternoon.
So let's have some fun with this third place game as West Pike goes against Rock Island Alleman. We'll return after these local messages.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's third place game, featuring the Pioneers of Alleman entering this game with a record of 19-13, and the Cardinals of West Pike, who enter this game with a record of 31-2. At forward for Alleman, a 6'2" senior, number 52, Brian Moran. And at forward for West Pike, a 6'2" junior, 31, Brock Billings. At the other forward for Alleman, a 6'7" junior, number 54, Brian Trepkus. And at the other forward for the Cardinals, a 5'11" junior, number 24, Peter Craig. At center for the Pioneers, a 6'7" senior, 43, Charlie Manus. And at center for West Pike, a 6'6" senior, 53, Marty Hull. At one of the guards for Rock Island Alleman, a 5'9" sophomore, number 10, Patrick Boss. And at one guard for West Pike, a 5'10" senior, number 11, Keith Hall. At the other guard for Alleman, a 5'10" senior, number 30, Brian Kelly. And at the other guard for West Pike, a 5'11" senior, 41, Kurt Mosley. And introducing the coaches from Rock Island Alleman in his second season is Larry Schulte, and from West Pike in his 6th season, Steve Jocelyn.
Well, we've gotten to know these coaches and players pretty well from these two ball clubs this weekend. Let's again check out those starting lineups. Some great scoring inside from Hull and Manus on both sides, Greg.
Well, when you look at Alleman on the inside, Moran and Trapkus, Manus, Boss, and Kelly. I like the backcourt, though, too, Dick. Boss and Kelly have had an excellent tournament. For West Pike, you got Craig and Billingsley, and you got the big guys inside, and an opportunity to look at the team comparisons.
And West Pike would have the advantage statistically, but who knows what that will mean. The rebounding and size advantage going to Alleman. Our team comparisons brought to you by American Eagle and American Airlines Cargo, and you need your package delivered today, not tomorrow.
Player to watch for West Pike is Marty Hull. He's an outstanding player on the inside. Had a little tough going this afternoon, but he's a tremendous basketball player. In 3 games in state tournament trail, he's averaging better than 25 points per ball game.
He still scored 20 in that game this afternoon, although he got most of them late, and some of those after the issue was decided. As Alleman starts with a basketball, and the shot from the perimeter goes down for Brian Moran. It's 2-0 Pioneers.
Good start by Alleman there with Moran hitting the baseline jumper.
This is Hull inside, and a block from behind, but a foul from behind against Charlie Manus, who of course fouled out of the ball game this afternoon against U-High. For Alleman's second third place game appearance, and the other one was back in '64 when the Pioneers finished second. That 2-year record a bit deceiving. They did not have a lot of success last year. This year they've lost 13 games but played a very difficult AA schedule.
They were 5-22 last year. For West Pike, first consolation game appearance, second Pike County team to win trophy. Pittsfield was first in '91. 2-year record, very impressive, 59-3.
Marty Hull has made both free throws to tie the score. And a little full court pressure by West Pike. They'd like to speed up the pace of this game. Tempo is critical here in this third place game.
You always worry about fatigue in this third place game. You know, mostly physical, though. If you're Alleman, I think you have to be concerned how they're going to bounce back mentally. Tonight's officials, Dennis Held and Terry Robertson.
As Alleman puts it in play, Charlie Manus gets to the corner. Kelly had a big game last night. Now Manus is short with the shot, and Brock Billings has the rebound. Cardinals now can take their first lead. There's a pass to Hull. He got too far into the bucket, and he saves it back, but into the backcourt, over and back is the call. And as you can see, Steve Jocelyn wondering there if that ball was tipped, but I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I think Hull just couldn't run under that long, lengthy pass, and he just flipped it back, went back in the backcourt. A good call with the official. And Kelly does a good job handling the basketball for Alleman.
Krapkus at the baseline. Kelly has been a pretty good shooter in this tournament, but that one rims off of there. And the Cardinals come the other way.
Hall not only the leading scorer in the tournament, also the leading rebounder. Nice cut.
Marty Hall is the leading scorer in this game right now with 4 points. His team up 4-2.
Nice pass, though, by Heath Hall. Nice pass.
Free effort by Kelly, not good, but he's there for his own rebound. And get a held ball call. Well, what does this third place game mean to these guys? Let's hear from Larry Schulte, the head coach of the Rock Island Alleman Pioneers, on that very subject.
Well, our approach is going to be 100% serious because we've got too much respect for the state tournament to go into this game and take it lightly. For us, it's a chance to win 20 ball games. I think that's a benchmark of any high school team to have 20 wins. It's also a chance to do something that no one at our school has ever done. We've got a second place trophy and a fourth place trophy. We don't have a third place trophy. So we'd like to get the third this year and come back and get the first next year.
Marty Hall scored the basket for West Pike, and then after that it was Manus scoring for Alleman. We're at 6-4, West Pike with the lead, and yet another held ball call. We've had 2 of them here early in the first couple of minutes of the game.
Officials really letting them play, too. Letting them play early. Very physical so far here in this ball game.
And in a bit of a desperate situation, Brian Moran just tosses that ball off the leg of Peter Craig.
I would see what happened. It went off his leg, but it went back off of Moran, too.
And so it's West Pike's ball as the 3 is good. And that one for Kurt Mosley, who hit 8 of them in the game this afternoon. And now another steal for West Pike. They have a 9-4 lead all of a sudden. Now the long rebound comes to Alleman. Driving shot effort by Kelly, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Well, let's hear from Steve Joslin on the subject of the third place game. How does he approach this thing?
Well, basically, we want the kids to enjoy and have a good time, yet you try to tell them there's only 2 teams that'll finish this year with a win. You try to do a few things to tell them that it is important, yet you want to have fun and you want to finish playing the type of ball that you've played all year.
As the free throw is good by Kelly, and now it's 9-5 in favor of West Pike. Nine to 6 is our score, and now we'll get a substitution early here. Mike Coyne-Logan, you see there, number 22 into the ball game.
Both ball clubs are going to use a little more bench here in this third place basketball game.
In part just to get some people some experience in a state tournament atmosphere, but also because of the fatigue factor.
A nice matchup between Voss and Mosley. It's a nice matchup.
This is Peter Craig for the Cardinals. And he either walked or he was fouled. They're going to call the foul against Brian Moran, number 1 on him.
Alleman players feel like they got a lot of bad calls possibly in the afternoon game, and they're starting out already complaining about showing some facial expressions about the officiating early in this one. And that's the mental aspect of the ball game I was touching on, how well Alleman was going to be able to respond from a mental aspect, not so much physical.
Peter Craig builds the West Pike lead back to 4 and now to 5. New player in the game, Coyne-Logan, gets it to Moran, who is fouled in the backcourt. And it's Heath Hall who picks up his first foul. He fouled out of the game against Normal U High earlier today. Championship game between the Pioneers of University High School and Aurora Christian coming up later. Another foul called. Charlie Manus will be going to the free throw line now.
Manus, a very good free throw shooter on the year, approaching 70% on the year. He's a good free throw shooter, a good scorer, a nice touch around the basket, a very good post-up player, as well as a player that can come out and face the basket. Also, what I like about Manus so well, Dick, is the fact that he can run the floor so well. He gets up and down very good.
As the free throw is good. A lot of points here in the first 3 minutes of this game. 11 for West Pike and 7 for Alleman. A good look at Charlie Manus, who missed that time. Ball off Alleman. and belongs to the Cardinals. Rock Island Alleman finished second back in 1989. That's the highest finish ever for the Pioneers. They're hoping to get third this time, but another bucket for Marty Hall, who had 35 in his team's first game here this weekend. He's off to a good start in this one with 8 of his team's first 13 just 3 minutes into the game. 6-point lead for the Cardinals, and the ball tossed away there by Moran as he thought he had Charlie Manus going to the basket. Now we'll get to our first officials timeout as we look at Steve Joslin, head coach of West Pike's Cardinals, ranked number 2 in the state. They're looking for the third place trophy. They're off to a good start. One of your network sponsors is Country Companies. Just under 5 minutes to play here in period number 1. The Cardinals with the 6-point lead. Championship game to begin at about 8:15 this evening. Either University High School in Normal or Aurora Christian will win its first ever state basketball championship tonight. Marty Hall goes for more, and he misses that time, but they've got the rebound, and that's Brock Billings.
Nice job by Hall to keep the basketball alive on the offensive glass. Billings was right there to get the nice stick back.
And the lead is up to 8 points. That's the biggest for West Pike. Ball slapped out of bounds by Alleman. And the Cardinals in good shape here early in this third place contest. Brock Billings has it on the left wing. Hall shoots for 3. Now we got another held ball on the rebound effort. 3 of those, Greg, in less than 4 minutes.
Good effort by Voss there to get on the glass for Alleman. He's a pretty good rebounder. I really like the way he runs the basketball team. He does an excellent job, and he's only a sophomore.
Now we see another substitution made by Alleman, as Ryan Kelly is back in the ball game, and to the bench goes Brian Moran. Mike Coyne-Logan. Nice pass, and Manus is fouled. New man in the game for West Pike committing the foul is Jason Stotts. His first, team's 4th. And free throws coming here for Charlie Manus.
Good look right there. Manus did a good job using his body. Great body control. Goes ahead and tries to shoot the basketball. He was fouled on the play by Stotts. Manus at the line.
He's now 1 for 3 from the line in this ball game. Usually a better free thrower than that, 69% on the season. He's Rock Island Alleman's leading scorer at 17.3. And he has his 4th point of this game, and his team now down 7. Stotts at the top into Hall, and the ball stripped away, and it's loose and out of bounds off Alleman. Nice help defense there by Coyne-Logan.
Yeah, the defense really collapsed back on Hull. Hull very active in this ball game. And
this is Peter Craig, and the pass is off target, and the Pioneers have the ball. Coyne-Logan made the steal. All the way to the goal, and he does not get the roll. And here's a free one for Heath Hart on the assist by Hull.
Hull, a nice pass. Hall with a nice finish on the play.
17-8, 9-point lead, biggest of the game for West Pike. Trapkus from the baseline, cuts it back to 7. And it's up and down the floor. This is what you find a lot in third place games, as Craig is fouled. A little helter-skelter, and we'll see more of that, Greg.
End-to-end action, not much defense, and a lot of fouling.
Sort of like the NBA All-Star game. Peter Craig puts it in the corner. This is Stott going to the goal. Little resistance there, and he missed the shot. The rebound for Trapkus. Now, West Pike fans thought that there was a travel there by Trapkus, but the guys in the stripes did not see it that way, and now we have a foul call.
Manus really got hacked on the wrist on the inside. Trapkus delivered a nice pass inside to Manus, and he was fouled on the play. Not going to be a shooting opportunity, though.
Heath Hall commits his 2nd. It's the 5th on the team. This is Trapkus. And the rebound pulled out of there by Marty Hull. First team All-Stater, fires from 19. And the rebound for Trapkus. Still 17-10, West Pike with the advantage. Coyne Logan's pass takes Manus near the basket, and a little improvisation there. A great little scoop shot by Manus, his second field goal. 17-12, Alleman back to within 5. Steve Craig going for 3, but getting nothing. Coyne Logan with the rebound. Excuse me, Peter Craig with that last shot. And we've got a charge there. Mike Coyne Logan, the senior, picks it up.
Just out of control on that play. A good defensive effort, but Mike Coyne Logan was just out of control with the basketball. You watch him there. He's looking for a seam in the D. It wasn't there. Just put his head down, took it strong to the glass. Nice defensive play. Nice defensive play.
Heath Hall with it for the Cardinals. This is Peter Craig. Marty Hull has been shooting from the perimeter. This time he drives to the goal, and he draws the charging foul. That's the first on Hull.
Excuse me, Dick, but a nice job of Trapkus to take away the baseline. He beats Manus there, and then good weak side defensive help. Trapkus was there to shut off the baseline, and Hull picked up the charging foul. Nice defensive play by Trapkus. Good help defense.
And Alleman back in the front court. We haven't had a score for a while. It's still 17-12 West Pike. Voss goes for 3. Pat Voss's first basket of the game, and now the Pioneers are within 2. Peter Craig tries to get him back, but doesn't. Moran hounded as he snares that rebound. Did a good job to wrestle that one away. A 3 for Kelly, and Rock Island Alleman has the lead.
Alleman's 2 guards respond with back-to-back 3-pointers, and for Voss, he had 3 threes in the afternoon's action.
18-17 Alleman. There's a nifty pass, and Hull converts it. Stops on the assist.
Broke a 10-0 run by Alleman.
They were down 9 at one point, then had a 1-point lead. Now it's back to a 1-point advantage for West Pike, and now we have a foul called. And it's against Kelly of Alleman, who was in a trap and tried to muscle his way out of it and wound up being called for the charge. Nifty pass, but nowhere to shoot, so the ball comes back to the perimeter, and here's Stotts getting the 17-footer. A lot of offense here, 21-18, still 1 minute and 11 to play in the first period. And a partial block from behind by Hull, but Trapkus picks up the loose change and scores. 21-20, but Hull at the other end gets the basket to build the lead to 3, and he's fouled by Manus. That's number 2 on him. Marty Hull will go to the free throw line looking for his 13th point of the game.
Well, a great play by Marty Hull. He blocked one shot of Manus's on the defensive end. Manus able to pick up, gets the stick back, and then Hull runs the floor so well. And Mosley delivers a great pass, and there's the hustle play right there, and the swipe at the ball, and maybe caught a little bit of Hull. Hull gets the shot to fall, now going to the line to complete the 3-point play.
Well, Marty Hull is not exactly pacing himself in this third-place game. He's going all out, and that's great to see as he converts the 3-point play. Now into the game we see for Rock Island Alleman, Matt Grip, 6'5", 205 senior. We've not seen a lot of him this weekend. 24-20, West Pike by 4. West Pike has scored 100 or more 7 times this year. At this pace, they may make it here this evening. As the shot is missed and the ball is loose. And Kelly scrambles for it after Voss missed the shot. Now Alleman may set up for the final shot. We do have 30 seconds left here in the period. Moran fires. Just got the back of the rim, and a foul against Voss as Billings had the position. First on Voss, that is number 5 on the team, and so it will be inbounded here by the Cardinals. They've got 20 seconds.
16 fouls on Alleman. Out of bounds for West Pike. Both teams are now in the bonus.
That's Peter Craig on the wing. Marty Hull from 17. 26-20, and Hull has 15 here in the first period. He'll score 60 if he continues at that pace, as the shot at the buzzer by Voss is quite short. A good start for Steve Joslin's guys here in the third place game. They're up 26-20 after the first period. We'll return after these local messages.
Back live at Assembly Hall. Here's after the first quarter, West Pike with the early lead, and so far it's been a competitive game. Someone wants that third place trophy just bad enough. Earlier today up in Chicago, a lot of people asking, how's Farragut doing, Joe? Well, Farragut has advanced to the Chicago Public League Finals with a win earlier today at the UIC Pavilion, 63-57 over Dunbar, and also Carver advancing over King, 60-49. So it'll be Carver and Farragut in the Chicago Public League Final tomorrow. The winner advancing downstate to the Elite Eight next Friday. Back to you, Dick.
Alleman turns it over there, Joe, and West Pike with its first possession of the second quarter. The Cardinals up by 6. All the way to the bucket is Craig.
Well, that's quickness right there. Craig just took it wall to wall, took it in and made a nice layup.
8-point lead for the Cardinals. Voss gets it inside the trap kiss, and a tough shot off the glass goes down for him. 54, Mosley to Craig, and now Hall firing from long range. And Voss has the rebound. He had 9 rebounds in the ball game this afternoon. Here's Moran. Manus nearly had the rebound, and now it's Krapke saving it in off of Stotts. Still belongs to Alleman. And there is 6th-year head coach Steve Joslin of the Cardinals of West Pike. Supposed to be a lob pass, and it is a pass. Somebody tipped it, but it still found its way to Charlie Manus. Give him an assist and give Manus his third basket, 28-24. Alleman has scored the last 2 buckets as Hull misses, and the Pioneers looking for more. Voss finds Kelly on the right side. Cardinals in a zone right now. They get it into the teeth of that zone, and down goes Brian Trapkus. He's fouled heavily. It's Stotts who is charged with his second, and Brian Trapkus will head to the free throw line.
Good look inside. Voss doing a good job picking that defense apart. Trapkus a nice post-up move down on the block. Nice turn to the hoop, and Hull and Stotts were both there, and Stotts got the personal foul. Trapkus going to be at the line to shoot 2.
62% free thrower has that one go in and out. He had 12 points, and they lost to Aurora Christian. Great ball game, 63-61, the second of our semifinals this afternoon. Krapkus gets the next one. Alleman has been involved in a couple of nail biters here. Our closest games in Champaign this weekend have both involved the Pioneers. 28-25. This one's pretty close right now. The Cardinals have a 3-point lead as Hull misses. Voss the other way for Alleman. He finds his running mate at guard open from 3, and Kelly has tied the game.
Voss just a good job. A nice kick out back the other way quick. Hull a good job running the floor. Does not finish the play, and Voss picks up the loose ball. Across the timeline, Voss with a nifty pass, and that results in an easy layup from Manus, and the Pioneers have the lead again. And again, it's Hull beating the Alleman defense back, and this time he is rewarded with a trip to the free throw line. That's the second time he's gotten a long pass, but by the time he's been able to gather it in, he's too far underneath the bucket to score. Or he gets fouled on the play, like was the case right there, and possibly on the last possession, too. See a nice look right there. Nice pass by Voss, a good finish. Manus a good job running the floor, good body control, nice kiss off the glass, and Manus with a nice basket. Manus having a nice ball game with 12 points on 5 of 7 shooting from the floor. Manus gets a breather.
Well, he gets a breather because that's his 3rd foul. So right after he made the basket, he commits number 3, and of course he had foul troubles this afternoon. Wound up fouling out of that ball game as Hull gets the first of a couple of free throws and puts his team back to within 1. Marty Hull now with 16 points. Into the game for Alleman. You saw him there a moment ago. Number 34, Sean Keevan, a 6'3" senior. Marty Hull has not missed from the free throw line, and it's a tie game, 30-30. The West Pike jumped up by 9. Alleman came back to lead by 2. And the Cardinals went up by 8. Now Alleman back to a tie and now back on top with Keevan's basket. It's been a streaky game. And a lot of points. Stotts from 18 feet missed it. Rock Island Alleman has a 3-on-2. Voss decides to pull up from 15. And it turns out to be a good decision. 34-30 Alleman. Craig tries for 3.
These guys are just having fun out there, playing a lot of offense and not much defense.
Did they make those hoops bigger since this afternoon? I think they look a little bigger in a third-place game. Everybody a little more relaxed. That 3 cuts the Alleman lead to just 1. And as Trapkus gets it inside, he's fouled by either Hull or Mosley. Mosley raises his hand. And it is against the guy who broke the state tournament record for threes in a ball game this afternoon.
Good look by Moran right there. Trapkus down low, posted up. You saw the reach in right there by Mosley. Slapped him across the wrist. And Trapkus is going to go to the line.
And he cashes the free throw in. Trapkus with 8 points here early as Larry Schulte, the second-year coach at Rock Island, the former assistant under Duncan Reed at Rocky High, looks on. 1 of 2 for Trapkus gives Alleman a 2-point bulge. Hull from 17 feet. And the rebound for Alleman. Voss picked it out of there. Boy, how does he get so many rebounds? As I said, he had, well, I think I said 9. He actually had 8. In the game this afternoon as the basket is scored inside by Trapkus, and it's a 4-point lead for the Pioneers, and that's their biggest of the day.
And give the assist to Kelly. It was a nice look. Oh, Mosley.
He looked a little out of control, but he shot it in with the right hand as he was flying by the left side of the basket. 2-point game now, and there's a heavy collision between Manus and Hull, and I believe they called the block. We better look again at that one.
One more look at this one right here. Let's see if he's moving on the play. Very questionable right there. Tough call. Call could have gone either way on that. Nailed that one, Dick. But the look on Hull's face.
His eyes were bulging. What hit me anyway? Brian Trapkus is what hit him, and Trapkus gets the first of 2 free throws to put his team up 3. There you see a Rock Island Alleman sub, Pat Watson. Trapkus gets them both, and that'll get us to a break. An entertaining third-place game, as they so often are. Alleman leads it 39-35 over West Pike as we look at that collision one more time. One of your network sponsors is All Sport. Well, the three-point showdown is next weekend here at the Assembly Hall in Champaign. Country Company sponsors what's become a real big part of the March Madness here in Illinois. Cardinals down 4, have the basketball. Mosley shooting off the dribble.
Well, a tough shot, too. Had some body contact, hit a nice jumper. Mosley with a nice basket. A 1-point ball game. Alleman on top by 2, 39-37.
Right, 2-point game as Rock Island Alleman looks to build that lead back up. Kelly got tangled up, picked up his dribble, and got rid of it in time. That's Pat Watson, number 32 for Alleman. Here's Kelly to Voss, and the ball hit Hart's foot, but Voss got it back. Trapkus down low. Watson with the shot, too strong off the glass. Cardinals really looking up the floor after they get the defensive rebound as the bomb by Hart is off the mark, and now the Pioneers come back strong. Sean Keevan gets it over to Kelly, and he misfires. And we have a foul on the rebound effort.
Pat Watson, I think, with a push, got the left arm in the back and picked up the personal foul.
That's his first, and that's number 7 on the team. So we will get free throws here with 2:53 left to play in period number 2, and Alleman holding a 2-point lead.
Since Manus left the ball game for Alleman, Trapkus has really picked it up on the offensive end. Those two players have combined for 24 points. Both players with 12 in the ball game.
Those are the two guys who fouled out of the game this afternoon as Alleman lost a tough one to Aurora Christian, 63-61. The Eagles, the top-ranked team in the state, will play Normal U-High for the state championship later on this evening, and you'll, of course, see it right here. Jim Albrecht will be along with Greg to describe that one to you. Mosley's free throw off target. And that's Pat Voss with yet another rebound. Man-to-man for West Pike. They played zone a little bit earlier. Help to change up defenses. Great shot fake by Trapkus, buys in the layup. And Alleman's lead is 4 now at 41-37. 2.5 minutes to play in the half.
It was a nice ball fake. Really a nice ball fake, but Trapkus went up under the defender to get the 2-pointer.
Mosley from 3, made 8 of them in the game earlier today, has made none of them in this game as the ball is saved out of bounds off of Alleman. Heady play by Jason Stotts. Excuse me, Mosley does have 1 3 in this game. Larry Schulte of Rock Island Alleman hoping his team can finish 3rd. Here's Mosley on the drive. Nice pass, Stotts the layup. His second basket, West Pike back to within 2. And a steal. Heath Hart snuck up behind Moran. Cardinals can tie it now, as Mosley took it hard to the goal and drew the foul. Foul called against Mike Coyne-Logan.
You know, high school players really need to go ahead and finish that play. As soon as you hear that whistle, instead of going ahead and passing off, you need to go ahead like you're going to shoot that basketball. That was the case there. He might have gotten 2 free throws on the play.
Or he might have made the shot.
Right.
As he misses the free throw, and it's still a 2-point lead for Alleman. Trapkus with a dribble and a tough jump hook, not good.
Staying with it nicely, though.
And they're going to call the foul against the Cardinals. And that's because Trapkus stayed with it, as you said, Greg. It's Stotts who picks up his 3rd. Trapkus to the free throw line. He's been there a lot already this evening. This will be his 7th attempt.
Number 54, Brian Trapkus goes to the line for Alleman. 1-1.
He has 5 rebounds already in the game. But is not able to get the free throw. 4 for 7 from the line. Still a 2-point lead, Alleman.
A good hustle there by Trapkus, too. Very good hustle.
We're down to 1.5 minutes to play here in the half. This is Mosley. The open shot will not go for Billings, who just got back into the game. Logan with the left-hand dribble. Trapkus can't get around, and so he shoots over Stotts. What a game for Trapkus. 16 for him now. 43-39 Alleman trying to change it his heart. Tough rebound by Moran, and who's going to track down that loose ball? It's out of bounds. It's off of Voss. No, they say it's off the Cardinals. Both Craig and Voss were there, and apparently Craig is the one who touched it as he stepped on the sideline. The Pioneers get it with a 4-point lead. Now less than 1 minute to play in the period. Coyne-Logan tosses it away. Kirk Mosley the other way. Mosley from 3. Count it.
See the difference in that shot. Mosley had his shoulders squared up on that shot. In the last 2 he's missed from long range. He was floating. That time he had the shoulders squared up. Good release and knocked down a big basket for his ball club. Got his team back to within 1.
And now Rock Island Alleman will hold for what it hopes will be the final shot. as Voss does put it up early, and the rebound for the Cardinals, and now they have a chance to score again. Mosley right of the lane, tough shot, and we're going to go the other way. And not a lot of patience here down the stretch. Voss needs to hurry. He gets it away in time, but it's short. And Alleman goes to the locker room with a 1-point advantage. 43-42 for the Pioneers. It's been an entertaining third-place game. A lot of points, a lot of up and down the floor, and big first half for Brian Trapkus, who has 16 for the Pioneers. Marty Hull, who has 17 for the Cardinals. But it's the Pioneers who lead by 1, 43-42. Larry Schulte is with Joe Passion. Let's go to Joe.
Well, back here down at half, and Larry, you go in with a 1-point lead, so not a bad start to get that third-place trophy. Are they playing at the pace and the intensity that you want?
Well, the pace is hectic, and they almost force you to play that way, because when you rebound the ball, they got 3 guys on you, and if you break the trap immediately, you've got the numbers on the other end. It's hard to tell kids not to take it when you've got the numbers, and we're scoring, but boy, you just can't let up one time on transition defense, because they just run out of there and release people, and it's the style of play they like to play. UI got them into a little bit different game, and we haven't been able to do that.
Okay, have a great second half, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Larry Schulte and his Rock Island Alleman club in the locker room with a 1-point lead here at the half of our consolation Class A boys basketball game. And we'll be back with more here from Assembly Hall in America's original March Madness after this word from one of our network sponsors, Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin and Illinois. Back at Assembly Hall here at the break, the Pioneers of Rock Island Alleman with a 1-point lead here at halftime over the Cardinals of West Pike. One of the most active groups in the state of Illinois when it comes to high school athletics is the Illinois High School Basketball Coaches Association, and they've been very active in not only honoring those among themselves, but also athletes throughout the state for their great academic and athletic excellence. And we have some awards here at half court, so let's send it over to our PA announcer, Steve Adams.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the Assembly Hall floor at midcourt. It is the pleasure of the Illinois High School Association to present members of the 1995 Illinois Basketball Coaches Association Class A Boys All-State Basketball Team. Representing the IBCA and presenting certificates to the All-Staters is IBCA Executive Director Chuck Rolinski of Toluca. Selected to the first team are these players: a 6'5" senior from Harrisburg High School, Dale Overstreet; a 6'1" senior from Farmington, Ben Wiersba; a 6'3" senior from Aurora Christian, Joe Mann; a 6'7" senior from Burlington Central, Gavin Shire; a 6'1" senior from Waterloo Jabot, Josh Toll; a 6'6" senior from West Pike, Marty Hull; a 6'8" senior from Tolono Unity, Brian Cardinal; and a 6' senior from Chicago St. Francis de Sales, Larry Moore Jr. And 2 players who were unable to be with us tonight. A 6'3" senior.
Well, there are some of the All-State players that are being honored today by the IBCA. We'll be back to continue our coverage of the boys Class A basketball consolation game with the leader in the locker room, Alleman 43, West Pike 42. We'll be back after these local messages. All right, we're back here live at half, and there's our score here at the break of this consolation game. The other previous halftimes, we've talked about our new computer game, the Ultimate March Madness, and that game has proven, at least in the computer rankings, to move the great teams of Providence St. Mel against Lawrenceville in the computerized Ultimate March Madness final. And with us, a couple of coaches that participated with both those teams. Tom Shields, who had coached that St. Mel team to a championship, and though Ron Felling is not here, his former assistant George Grubbs, who's now the head coach at Greenville High School, is here. Real quickly, guys, I know you don't know the outcome of this computerized game, but how would you have prepared for that Lawrenceville team?
Prayer. A lot of defensive drills. I think you got a Marty Simmons, you got a Doug Knopsack, two dominant players with three excellent role players. You know, Simmons can go inside and outside. I think if you contain Knopsack on the outside, make him put it on the floor and try to penetrate. We don't think he can do that as well as Simmons can. And then take our chances with Simmons. And if we have to change up a bit, then we try to do something with the mule. He's pretty tough.
Okay, George, how would you and Coach Felling have gotten together and been able to beat the St. Mel team with all their great athletes?
Well, I think we would have to control the tempo. On offense, we'd have to make sure that we did get the ball to Marty and Doug and keep them from running up and down the floor.
Okay, guys, we're looking forward to seeing how this all comes out, and we'll have that for you later on during our telecast this evening from Assembly Hall, where America's original March Madness continues after these local messages. Back here with Steve Jocelyn. Steve, just down by one here at the break. What do you do to try and reverse that here in the second half?
Well, you get the last shot of the game. That'd be probably reversing it. This is a pretty good third place game. Kids are playing with a lot of intensity, getting up and down the court and shooting, scoring some baskets.
All right, Coach, go get them.
Thanks.
We've seen a lot of other games end of the last bucket. Maybe this might too, and we'll send it over to center court and pick it up now with Dick Lucky.
Thanks, Joe. This has been an entertaining third place game, and they often are, Greg. We've had some good play in this contest.
Well, Alleman with a 1-point lead here at the intermission, but it's been a nice basketball game and a lot of intensity, a lot of entertainment here in the first half.
Let's look at some of the first half as we see the layup there by Marty Hall, who cashed in 17 points in the first stanza.
And Kelly from the outside banged in a long-range bomb. A nice three-pointer by Ryan Kelly. Boss taking control of the basketball. Nice delivery right there. Charlie Manish runs the floor well and gets a nice basket for Alleman. Well, another nice look that time as Trapkus gets the basket for Alleman after the assist by Kelly. Mosley a little out of control. Nice kiss off the glass. And Mosley has a big first half too. Mosley finishes with 10 points in the first half.
And we will return with the second half after these local messages. Start of the second half. West Pike with the 1-point deficit puts it in play. And Marty Hall with a nifty pass, getting Brock Billings a chance to lay it in and take the lead.
That was a nice look by Hall. Nice assist. Hall, a very unselfish player, even though he's such a top scorer.
44-43 in favor of the team in the white. Voss with the basketball here for the Pioneers of Rock Island Alleman. And Trapkus underneath the bucket is fouled. He was in a very difficult position in which to shoot the ball.
I mean, he knew he had a mismatch. Hall was checking him down low on the inside. And Hall, only at 5'10", just couldn't check Trapkus' stats. 53% for Alleman, 44% West Pike. Free throws, about even 8 of 13, 7 of 9. 3-point field goals, 3 of 13 for West Pike, 3 of 8 for Alleman. Rebounds, 24 Alleman, 12 West Pike. Turnovers, though, Rock Island Alleman's turned it over many more times than West Pike.
Our halftime stats brought to you by DuPont Canopy, the no-till herbicide.
West Pike's done a good job taking care of the basketball with only 3 turnovers.
But not a very good job on the boards, as Trapkus can put his team back on top and does. Trapkus now with 18. This is Billings. He misfires. And this rebound belongs to West Pike, one of their rare offensive rebounds in the game, as Hall misses from 21 feet, but another offensive rebound for the Cardinals. And a missed three there, a rare one by Kirk Mosley, and now we got the basket and the foul.
Nice pickup that time by Hull. Hull went on the inside, a nice pickup, picked up the loose ball, got it right back up on the glass, and Hull able to get the basket. The shot goes up by Mosley outside, and it's a battle on the inside for the rebound. Right there, Trapkus, and then Hull picks it up. Nice pickup and a nice basket by Hull.
And staying with it, Marty Hall now with 19 points. The foul against Moran, his second, and the lead back to West Pike. 1-point advantage for the Cardinals. Hall will get to 100 before too much longer. There's his 96th point of the tourney. And a steal by Peter Craig. But then he throws it right back to Alleman. Pat Voss double team. Looks for the open man and finds Kelly. Cardinals by 2 and Alleman with the ball, and maybe it will come down to the last shot, as Coach Joslin suggested there in his halftime talk with Joe. Boy, there's a nice move, but not a very good roll for Charlie Manus. And the loose ball scooped up by Mosley. His pass perfect to Hall, and there's the dunk.
Oh, Hull does a good job running the floor. Mosley always seems to spot him, and Hull was right there to get the jam. West Pike with a 4-point lead, 49 for West Pike, Alleman 45.
Mosley with a pass that Dan Marino would have been very proud of. Manus with the shot is fouled by Hull, and that is 2 on him.
There's that long Dan Marino pass, as you called it, right there. Oh, a great catch. Good delivery by Kirk Mosley on the play. Good look at Marty Hull,
who has 3 fouls instead of 2. So that may be an item here, as the free throw is missed by Manus.
Hull with 22 points, and Trapkus for Alleman with 18. Manus with 12, looking for 13.
But not getting it. And that means that West Pike's lead is 4. We're up briefly there by 5 after that dunk by Hall, who attacks the bucket again and misses. But another offensive rebound for the Cardinals, who are picking it up on the boards here in the second half. That may have been a message in the locker room from Steve Joslin. Ooh, tough shot by Mosley.
And still hit it. Off balance. Tough shot that time by Mosley.
I have a feeling as he let that one go, he didn't have a lot of hope. But he got it to go down, and it's a 6-point lead for the Cardinals. That's the biggest here in the second half. We're about 2.5 minutes into the second half. West Pike on top. But Trapkus cuts the lead. Back down to 4, 51-47.
West Pike just can't stop Trapkus, and Manus down low. Just can't stop him.
Another 3 effort. Mosley a little short that time. The right arm of Mosley's is going to be a little sore by the time this day is over.
It's 4 fouls. Wasn't it on Hull? Let's see if the foul was on Hull. Crashing the boards. The shot goes up by Mosley on the outside. There it is right there. Yes, over the back. Marty Hull. Good position by Brian Trapkus. He's going to have to sit out. There's a look at Marty Hull. Picks up his 4th personal foul.
And we still have 5:11 to play in the third quarter. West Pike has the lead, but it's only 4 points. Alleman with the ball. Voss to Kelly. 3-pointer by Patrick Voss. And the rebound, Billings. The Cardinals now playing without their big gun, and they've thrown it away. Here comes Patrick Voss. Kelly's pass is nearly swiped, but out of bounds as he tried to save it in as Heath Hall. And we'll have a timeout here with 4:41 left in the third period. West Pike leads Larry Schulte's Pioneers of Rock Island Alleman by 4. One of your network sponsors is Ford. Your Slam Dunk Contest, part of the festivities next weekend here at the Assembly Hall. The 3-point shooting contest, the Slam Dunk Contest, all around the Class AA state basketball tournament next Friday and Saturday. Denny's, where value hits a grand slam every day, the proud sponsor of the Slam Dunk Contest. And there's our Slam Cam, from which we'll see some of those dunks next weekend here on the IHSA television network. As the ball is inbounded, a foul off the ball is called against the Pioneers. Trapkus. And that's number 1 on him. Again, Marty Hull sitting and watching for a while, perhaps for the rest of the third period, with 4 fouls. His team has a 4-point lead right now. And they become a much smaller team with him on the bench, and maybe they're going to take a little air out of the ball here. They're spread out right now, but that's just to get an avenue to the bucket, which Craig had, but he couldn't make use of it. Pioneers have it back. Aurora Christian and Normal U High to play for the championship. Coming up next, Pioneers of Normal U High in the title game for the second time in 4 years. They lost to Findlay back in 1992. Turnaround shot, Trapkus goes down, and the Pioneers are within 2.
Nice ball movement on the offensive end that time by Alleman. Letting Trapkus and Manus work down low on the inside. Trapkus a nice post-up move and a nice fadeaway jump.
We mentioned Aurora Christian edged past the Pioneers of Alleman 63-61 earlier today. Normal U High 91-67 over the West Pike Cardinals. As the foul here is called, and Peter Craig is the one who is down the arm by Moran, his 4th foul.
That's his 3rd.
67 points for West Pike. They score 87. So U High's defense deserves a lot of credit. But you know, I was looking, Greg, between sessions. That's the highest number of points U High has given up all year.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I knew in only one game out of their last 10, their opponent had scored over 50. But I didn't know that was the most they'd given up all year.
The most they'd given up previously was 64. Well, it should be a good championship game. We're looking forward to it. We've got a good 3rd place game here. 2-point lead right now for West Pike. This is Stotts from the baseline, and he enlarges the lead to 4.
West Pike basket by 21, Jason Stotts.
Patrick Voss gets it across the timeline with the pass to Kelly. Coyne Logan, number 22, back in the game there at the top. Voss wide open for 3.
Well, a nice pick, too. Coyne Logan set a nice pick, and Voss was able to square up the top of the key and knock down a big bucket that time and get his ball club back to within 1. 53 for West Pike. Alleman at 52.
Cardinals with the ball. 2.5 minutes to play here in period number 3. Dick Ludke and Greg Sterick along with Joel Passion. It's the 3rd place game at the Class A state tourney. Jim Albrecht will be here with the championship contest a little while later on. Alleman has it back here. Trapkus at the top. Another 3 effort. Voss misses this time. And a foul against Kelly. And neither team in the bonus as of yet. As Ryan Kelly picks up his first. Excuse me, make it his second.
14 fouls on the Pioneers.
Only 4 team fouls on Rock Island Alleman, as Peter Craig finds Heath Hart. Mosley spins on Voss and takes it to the goal and does not get the roll. Nice rebound, and that's Manus back in the ball game for Alleman. Manus has been held to 10 points. Has had a little more foul trouble in this game. Alleman can take the lead with a score here. Kelly
too wide open. Just too wide open.
Sometimes that's the case, yeah. Too much time to think about it. And on the rebound effort, ball off the Cardinals, it belongs to Alleman. This is Manus. Coyne Logan double team, gets rid of it. Minute 22 now to play in the 3rd period. And the ball knocked out by the Cardinals. Alleman will try again here to regain the advantage. The Alleman Pioneers out of the Western Big Six Conference. One of the toughest AA leagues in the state. As the shot goes down for Charlie Manus, and the Pioneers have the lead, 54-53. They really play some great teams during the season, and they take their licks in that Western Big Six, but that good competition helps them, although I think sometimes you wonder if confidence is a factor when you get beat time and time again in your league. It hasn't seemed to affect this Alleman team. They are a pretty confident bunch as Trapkus misses that one. And the rebound effort produces a foul. It's Mike Coyne-Logan, who picks up his third.
Marty Hull on the bench for West Pike. Alleman's been able to get some easy baskets on the inside. They're on a 9-2 run.
Well, the Cardinals certainly miss Pike, and I would guess he may be back to start the fourth quarter. Less than a minute to play in the third. And a 1-point lead for Alleman, but the Cardinals do have the ball. And they might be well advised here to wait until the end of the third period to fire it up again and then get their big gun in at the quarter break. Well, Billings doesn't like that philosophy, but he gets it back. And now maybe they will wait. Heath Hart gets it to Craig. Cardinals down one, could take the lead to the fourth quarter with a bucket. Billings with an awkward shot that won't go. And a whistle with 2.5 seconds to play. Another opportunity here for the Cardinals as the foul is called against Alleman. Patrick Voss.
Alleman foul number 10, Patrick Voss. That's his second. 16 fouls.
Cardinals will inbound at their end, and so they've got time to pass it once or twice and get a shot away.
Number 34, Sean Keevan is in for Alleman.
Manus leaving the ballgame. Keevan back in for Alleman.
Mosley's back in too for West Pike.
Out of bounds, West Pike.
Craig finds Mosley at the top, but it's stolen by Voss. He's got to shoot in a hurry, and he's too late. That one would not have counted had it gone. And so Alleman takes a 1-point lead for the final 8 minutes of this one. It's the third place game here in Champaign between the Pioneers and the Cardinals. We'll return after these local messages. Well, in our next game, we'll meet our Scholar Athlete Award winners. Of course, the championship game is the next game. Aurora Christian's Eagles ranked number 1 in the state against the Normal U-High Pioneers. Our DeKalb Scholar Athlete competition brought to you by DeKalb Genetics and your local DeKalb dealer. Cardinals put it in play. They're down 1 here as we start the final period, and Marty Hull is still on the bench with 4 fouls. So the Cardinals will see if they can play a while longer without him as the 3 is missed by Mosley. The rebound for Alleman. Patrick Voss for the Pioneers. Trapkus inside to Manus, and a block from behind, a foul from behind by Stotts.
Alleman once again able to get that basketball down low and getting it down there deep where Manus and also Trapkus can really work on the inside. Personal foul on Stotts.
Charlie Manus, who had 29 points in the ball game this afternoon. Pretty good effort for him in this one as well, although he misses that free throw. And he's 2 for 5 from the line.
Players got to be getting just a little bit tired.
2 games in 1 day and 3 games in 2 days. That's a lot to ask. Manus' 13th point builds the Alleman lead to 2. Brock Billings alone at the top. Mosley finds Billings, and he's fouled. Otherwise, it would have been an easy layup. And Trapkus commits his second.
The foul on by Trapkus really saved an easy basket by Billings right there. A good delivery there by Mosley, and right there Billings goes strong to the glass, and Trapkus picked up the personal foul.
That guy has some good passers on his team, Coach Steve Joslin, and Mosley is one of them. Averages 8 assists a game. He's the top assists man, but Heath Hall has a pretty good number of assists this year, as does Peter Craig. 1 of 2 free throws there, and the Alleman lead is down to 1. Trapkus gets it inside. Manus the baseline jumper, and the rebound for Mosley. West Pike now could regain the lead. We have 7 minutes to play here in the third place game as Mosley is fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line.
It's going to be a one-on-one opportunity, though, I believe, Dick. I don't think he was fouled in the act of shooting. I think it was on the floor, so it'll be a one-on-one opportunity, not a two-shot opportunity.
Fouled just before he got that shot up there. Had a big game this afternoon with those 8 3-pointers, 25 points in all. He was 8 for 15 from 3-point territory and also had 5 assists as Brian Moran leaves with personal foul number 4.
His team also set a record for threes, Dick. They had 12 threes in the ball game. The old record was 10.
Mosley has his 13th point of this game, and we're tied. And now West Pike is back in the lead. Several lead changes in this game. West Pike is led by as many as 9. Rock Island's biggest lead is 4. Here's a steal. Great play by Heath Hall, tipping it to Mosley. Inside Stotts layup. Yes, and remember, they're doing this with Marty Hull on the bench as they lead by 3.
Well, another great pass by Mosley. Give the assist to Mosley. Stotts with a nice finish.
This is Voss. Kelly finds a seam and gets the layup.
That's a tough shot. Great body control with the left hand. Got it to go down, Ryan Kelly.
Alleman back to within 1. Cross-court pass, Craig from 19. And an offensive rebound, and Stotts scores again. Jason Stotts picking up where Marty Hull left off when he left the game with 4 fouls. Stotts has 10 points off the bench. It's a 3-point lead West Pike as Voss is in a jam, but he gets out of it. This is Keevan, number 34. 6 minutes to play here in the third place game. Krapkus, the turnaround jump shot, used the glass, but not effectively. Brock Billings with the rebound. Nice pass, Stotts again. He'll go to the free throw line. When West Pike gets in sync, they are an imposing team on the offensive end.
Mosley moves the ball up the floor so quick, and he sees the floor so well. Another good delivery, that time to Stotts. Stotts was fouled on the play by Krapkus.
And that's number 3 on Brian Krapkus as Steve Joslin's team has come back to get the lead. They're up 3 here with now 5:49 to play in the third place game. One of your network sponsors is DuPont. Well, who will be here next weekend? Chicago Farragut still has a chance. As Joe told you, they won in the semifinals of the Public League playoffs and will play Carver tomorrow for a berth in the Class AA tournament. The other super sectional games will be held on Tuesday, and we'll have a whole new field of 8 teams next Friday. And Dan Rowan will be here along with Lee Hall. Joe will be back. Kenny McReynolds joins them, and we hope you enjoy the games next weekend as well. As Stotts misses the free throw.
West Pike's been able to do all of this with Marty Hull on the bench, too. Still 5:49, a lot of time left in the ball game.
And Stotts misses them both, but an offensive rebound for Billings. Not as well as they're playing. I think they feel that why not keep Hull? Let's protect him a little bit longer, keep him on the bench. Ball slapped out of bounds by Alleman. It still belongs to the Cardinals. There is Marty Hull patiently waiting for his time. Scored 22 points while he was in there. A 3 by Craig. Ooh, and the lead now is 6 points.
Big 3 ball that time by Craig.
This is the biggest lead of the second half for either team. And a collision and a block is called against Mosley, who came close there to setting up for the charge. Kirk Mosley helped up by teammate Peter Craig.
That's his second.
Only the second foul on Kirk. Boy, to think that the Cardinals had never been past the regional before last year. As we see the collision there producing the block against Craig. They'd never won a regional until last year. They did win the regional and then lost shortly thereafter in the sectional as the shot here is down for Charlie Manus. Now they've made it all the way to a trophy appearance here in Champaign. As they lead by 4 after that last Alleman basket. 4 3/4 minutes to play. Mosley inside, nifty pass. Billings the left-hand layup, and the lead back to a half dozen.
Well, Mosley's you have to respect him because he's such a great outside shooter, great range, but he's a great passer too. A great defensive effort that time as Hall and Mosley just surrounded and collapsed on Ryan Kelly. A good job by the Cardinals out of their defense.
The Cardinals turning it up here. They want this third-place trophy. As we see Stotts out of the game, and Marty Hall checks back in now with 4:29 to play in the game. Steve Joslin choosing to get his big man back in there with 4 fouls. The lead is 6. Alleman will put it in play. And the foul against Mosley. That's 3 on him. A little too aggressive there for Kurt Mosley. Alleman having trouble getting it across the timeline here.
Foul on 41, Kurt Mosley. That's his 3rd.
Hard to score if you can't get it into your half of the court, but this will do it. Kelly, the lead man, but a great hustle play from behind by Heath Hart to deny the layup.
It was a great play that time by Hall as he was able to get back and just slipped in there and swiped it away.
I called him Hart. It's Heath Hall, yeah. The senior from West Pike.
See, it's a run out right there. Nice long pass right there. Kelly able to get behind the defense. A nice hustle play because Hull really couldn't challenge him if he was going to go up with those 4 personal fouls.
Kelly shows the 3 but does not fire. Here's the ball into Manis. He has 3 men around him. One of them taps the ball out of bounds. Just over 4 minutes to play in the third-place game. 6-point lead for West Pike.
Important possession here for Alleman.
A bomb by Voss is off the mark, but over the back foul call. Trapkus up high for the rebound, but he had to climb someone's back in order to get it. That's 4 on him.
It's a good call right there. He pushed in the back that time. That was a good call. It's 4 fouls on Trapkus. Still a lot of time left in the ball game with West Pike the advantage at 65 and Alleman at 59. A 6-point lead, and Hall's going to be at the line to shoot free throws for West Pike, I believe.
Well, we had some great action this afternoon as University High School of Normal, a winner over West Pike. There's Nathan Hubbard scoring for the Pioneers. Meanwhile, Aurora Christian able to beat the Pioneers of Rock Island. There you see the winning bucket, giving Aurora Christian the 2-point victory as Josh Wayne put it down. Back to live action here. The baseline jumper good by Marty Hall. And West Pike's lead is 8, and that's the biggest of the half. Spin around shot, tough one, down for Charlie Manis. Good play. He has 17 points to lead back to 6, but the Cardinals beat the Pioneers back. However, no basket. A little push there by Heath Hall as he did not like the foul administered by Trapkus, who turns to the official and said, "What's this all about?"
There go Hall right there, and see, he said the pick set right there, and Trapkus just ran right over Hall on the play. Just runs right over it, and Hall comes right back and gives the big fellow a push right there. If I was Hall at 5'10", I'd be a little more selective who I was going to push around.
He was thinking one good push deserves another, but maybe he hadn't assessed the size of his pushee.
And that's the 5th personal foul on Trapkus, so he's going to leave, and Trapkus is going to check out with 22 points.
Actually, the foul, although it gets him out of the game, did prevent the basket for West Pike as it occurred just before the layup. So the hoop doesn't count. Still a 6-point lead for West Pike. And it is team foul number 7 against Alleman, so it will put Mosley at the line.
And Hall's going to have to come back in the basketball game. He's going to have to shoot the free throws. I think he's going to have to shoot the free throws, isn't he?
I think, yes.
Yeah, Hall's going to have to shoot the free throws. He's the guy that was fouled. And for Trapkus in the 4 ball games, 68 points in the tournament.
Coach Joslin wanted to get Hall out of there after that little altercation, but
he couldn't. He's got to shoot the free throws.
He has someone at the scorer's table, and so if Hall makes the second of these 2, he will leave the game. As he misses the first, so he doesn't get a chance for the second. Hall with the rebound. Here's Heath Hall in the corner to Craig. 3.5 minutes to go. 6-point lead, West Pike.
West Pike's going to spread the floor now a little bit and run some clock.
And they have the quickness with which to pull this off. Alleman in the man-to-man. Have to get out and pressure the ball. Here's Hall. Nice pass, but it's a little low, actually, at the ankles of Brock Billings, and he's unable to handle it.
And now the substitution for West Pike.
Billings was open, but the bounce pass.
It's a tough pass to handle right there. Hull was able to penetrate. Billings just couldn't find it. It was a tough pass to handle. Really not a good decision that time by Marty Hull to make that pass.
And so Alleman gets it back. Down by 6. West Pike with full court pressure. Sean Keevan for the Pioneers.
I think you need to get Manus a touch on this possession, don't you, Dick? I think they've got to get it inside to get Manus another touch on the offensive end.
Oh, Trapkus out of there now. He's the guy you would think they might go to. Kelly with it in the corner. Running a little triangle here on the right side, but they can't get it inside to Manus. Down to 2 3/4 minutes to go. Kelly for a 3, and that's way short. And the rebound for the Cardinals. Kirk Mosley's had a nice game. 14 points for him after scoring 25 in the semifinal round. Lost to Normal U High this afternoon. And the Cardinals wanting to run some more time off the clock, but Pat Voss prevents that by committing the foul. Now it may be a question as to whether West Pike can make enough free throws here down the stretch. Derek Mosley goes to the line.
They're shooting at a 61% clip in the ballgame, 11 of 18 from the floor. And on the year, they've been much better than that. They're 71% team from the line on the year.
As we see Coyne Logan back in the ballgame, replacing Sean Keevan for Larry Schulte's Pioneers. Kirk Mosley's 2 for 4 from the stripe so far in this one. There's his 3rd successful free throw and his 15th point. And it's a 7-point West Pike advantage.
Well, he's a nice little guard, isn't he? A good guard.
I like the way he plays. He can shoot the 3, we certainly know that, but as we pointed out a while ago, a fine passer as well. Voss wants a timeout. And we have 2:17 left in this 3rd place game, with West Pike up by 8, 69-61 after the free throws by Kirk Mosley. One of your network sponsors is Country Companies. There's the West Pike huddle. Head coach Steve Joslin, whose home is still damaged by the floodwaters of 19 months ago in that western Illinois community, and he's living in a trailer across the street from the high school. But the communities which feed into the West Pike school system able to kind of forget about all of that here as they watch their basketball team make it to the Final Four in the Class A tourney in Champaign. Pat Watson is the guy who hit that 3 to bring Alleman back to within 5. Stotts recovers the loose ball. And a dangerous pass is tipped by Moran. He gets the return pass from Voss. The layup is good, and the lead is down to 3.
And quick, that 8-point lead's evaporated down to a 3-point lead.
1:38 to play. It looks like we're headed for a pretty good finish here in the 3rd place game. Mosley's had a nice game for the Cardinals. He operates at the top for the team in the white. This is Peter Craig. Pass a little bit off target to Mosley, but he rescues it. Marty Hull playing with 4 fouls, and now Mosley will go to the free throw line as Ryan Kelly commits the foul, and some pretty important free throws here with 1 minute and 9 seconds to go for Kirk Mosley.
Mosley's an outstanding shooter from long range, also a good free throw shooter, Dick, 71% on the year, but these free throws now get awful tough. You can see Mosley there just holding his shorts and jerking at his trunks a little bit. These players are very, very tired right now.
It's been a long day. Mosley missed his first 2 free throws in this game, but he's made all 4 here in the second half. And they get all 5 in the second half. That's a 4-point lead now for the Cardinals. 1:09 to play in the 3rd place game. Waiting in the wings, Normal U High and Aurora Christian to play for the Class A state championship. Rebound for Alleman. They're down 4. Voss penetrates a little bit. Watson for 2, and the lead cut in half. It's a 2-point ball game. Pat Watson with the last 2 Rock Island Alleman buckets.
2 big baskets for his ball club.
70-68 West Pike. 45 seconds to play. Here's Hull to the goal, and the foul call before the shot. No basket. Marty will have to get his points from the free throw line.
Oh, a good job splitting 2 defenders right there. It slips in between Manus, and Manus with the reach right there. The basket doesn't count, so it's going to be Hull at the line to shoot 1-and-1.
Watson committed the foul. Marty Hull 6 for 6 from the stripe in this game. There you see he's had a great tournament as he misses the free throw, and Alleman now is fouled. Up there high to snare the rebound is Moran, and he'll go back to the other end where he could tie the score.
Craig just over the back. Craig didn't have a chance to get that rebound right there. Moran had the good inside position. Craig went up over the back and picked up the personal foul. Moran's at the line. It's Alleman on a 7-1 run.
Moran is a 69% free thrower on the season. This will be his first toss from the line in this game as Stotts is in and Billings is out. Cardinals want a little extra rebounding power in there in case Moran misses this one. Front end of the 1-and-1 is on the way. And now it's a 1-point game. Well, the Pioneers and the West Pike Cardinals with a pretty good warm-up show here to our championship game. We're even. It's a new ball game with 40 seconds to play. Marty Hull gets it across the timeline. This is Craig for the layup. Yeah, he got bumped a bit. No call. It's a 2-point lead for the Cardinals. 27 seconds to go. Pat Watson with the shot fake and a drive, and the rebound for Hall. And he's got Hall open. Heath Hall scores the layup. It's a 4-point West Pike lead. We're in the final 10 seconds, and Alleman in bad shape now. As Voss gets it to Watson, they've got a fire. And Voss does and misses it at the buzzer. 4-point win for the Cardinals of West Pike. And how about that emotion from their fans and from their players? A thrilling finish here to the third-place game, as West Pike will take home that trophy and Rock Island Alleman will settle for 4th place. Good ball game, Greg.
And Alleman made a great comeback. They had a 9-1 run before those last 2 baskets were easy ones for West Pike. They win it by 4, 74-70, and Hull was very tough on the inside. He ends up with 24 points, and he was a big factor in the ball game. But I really liked the guard play of Mosley. He was the key for West Pike. And when you look at the players on Alleman's team, what a great tournament Trapkus had. Manus, Voss, Kelly. You can go on down through the whole lineup. And Moran, all 5 starters. A tremendous basketball game. It's one of the best consolation games, Dick, we've had the opportunity to work. Both these ball clubs play with a lot of intensity and a lot of fire. But West Pike comes out on top, 74-70.
Well, we'll be hearing from the principals in our next game here in a little bit. University High School of Normal waiting to take on Aurora Christian. West Pike's Cardinals win the 3rd-place game. We'll be back in just a bit. One of your network sponsors is Ford.
That intensity is not a part of the consolation game. West Pike coach Steve Jocelyn knows that. His team wins at 74-70 to keep it to the 3rd-place trophy. You talked about intensity at the half. Your kids really showed it here in the second half.
Yeah, it was a well-played 3rd-place game. I think sometimes you see kids go out there and kind of maybe go through the motions a little bit, but both teams played extremely hard and gave people here a pretty good 3rd-place game.
Any one thing that really turned it over there toward the end of the great 4th quarter that we saw?
I thought our pressure really made the difference. We got a few key steals down there, and our quickness forced them to turn it over a little bit.
Congratulations on Coach and a great tournament.
Thank you very much.
Steve Jocelyn and Kinderhook West Pike go home with the 3rd-place trophy. And we will be back with more from Assembly Hall as we get ready for the Class A championship game coming up in a moment. But we'll first take this break from one of our network sponsors, Ford.
West Pike High School with an enrollment of 104 students, the 4th smallest school ever to play in the Class A tournament. They come away with the 3rd place trophy here. An exciting 74-70 win over Rock Island Alleman. Coach Joslin said it well. It was a well-played ball game, an intense ball game, especially considering it was a 3rd place game, Greg.
Well, I think you summed it up very well. I think it was the pressure defense that finally took its toll on Alleman, and West Pike got some easy baskets to close the ball game, and they were able to win it by 4.
Well, let's look now at our play of the game, and there were a lot of good plays, but it was the ones down the stretch that made the difference for West Pike.
Well, nice look by Marty Hull there, right there. Nice look right there. Nice pass. There's Craig right there. Great body control. Leans into the defensive man. Gets the ball in his left hand. That was a big basket. They gave him a 2-point lead.
Yeah, that's the one that made it 72-70, and the one that eventually won them the game. Our American Dairy play of the game brought to you by the dairy farm families of Wisconsin and Illinois. Marty Hull, our player of the game, and he had to sit out the entire 3rd period with those foul problems, but still 24 points and 5 rebounds for Marty Hull, who will certainly be a first-team all-tournament player here in Champaign as his team finishes 3rd thanks to a 74-70 triumph in the 3rd place game. Our Mountain Dew player of the game is Marty Hull of the West Pike Cardinals. Boy, it's been fun to watch them here in Champaign, Greg.
Well, they're an exciting basketball team. They play with a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of intensity, and Hull's a tremendous basketball player. He can shoot it from the outside, has the ability to go inside. He's the leading scorer in the tournament. He's the Class A player of the year in high school basketball in the state of Illinois. A tremendous basketball player, but they're a very balanced attack. And don't forget the outstanding play of Kirk Mosley in the backcourt. He's got great range, had 8 3-pointers in the semis. He set a state record for 3-pointers. So West Pike, a very good ball club. And you have to tip your hat also to Alleman. They had a tough ball game in the semis, and then here in this ball game, they just ran out of gas towards the end of the ball game.
Well, we're getting set for our championship game now. Normal U High and Aurora Christian play for the big trophy here coming up next. One of your network sponsors is Mountain Dew.